is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Gonna head to Varus for whiskey and
The
darts.
board would like to
Maybe
remind
not in that
spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of Acid and Sulphur are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unimplored. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This is Halcyon News.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Purple berry flavored snack.
Go on.
Chew it. You can do it.
Is any of the news they play here actually true?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
So far as you know, I'm not drinking on duty.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Ball. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's fun.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement. For the
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. I've got a lovely little throat.
Berry flavored power nuggets. Now 12% more crunch.
What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of here.
Learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
I get strange comms chatter every time I fly by Monarch. What's going on down there?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Hey there, you mind stepping back? I'd surely love to, but that's... I ain't ain't felt so much as a tepid.
Well, it doesn't smell as bad here as Edgewater's graveyard in high summer.
Either way, let's not stick around so long we all roast alive. No offense, Miss Elson, I'm
starting to feel like a sisty roast in all this armor. Gosh, I wouldn't dream of it. Not unless I got to, and I don't see...
She's a good ship, ma'am. Most...
Happy to hear it. Have yourself a pleasant... Hey there! You talked to Mr. Ud... Have yourself a pleasant...
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed?
Can we talk?
Seeking relief from the heat? Till... Stellar Bay proper? I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of... What ain't I got? A new face. The radiator. And we're... Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade. Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering. There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. What'll it be?
There's your drink.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Crossbow finals are scheduled.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like getting in close and making... Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is... no and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys. Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list. So, what can I get you?
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Help! I'm locked in here. Can you get me out?
Captain, look out!
Big signs on us today.
It smells awful, and not all of it's mine. I'll die in here. Is anyone there? I can hear footsteps. Don't just leave me here. Thank you, Strength. You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually, two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh. Ah, shit. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is? That all? Of course. Everyone on the ship's gonna hear about this. Hell, it's the only chance I've got to keep...
You got a minute? I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Is enjoying an unexpected windfall. Sorry.
I'll be just a moment.
Going back to the old cubicle to watch the latest episode of my serial.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time.
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like that, it makes me wonder.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on ground.
I'm just gonna... hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agent...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose. What? I'll have to send her a festive fruit basket as thanks. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my... Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without...
Stray too much from the,
To give away something so important to you.
I'll thank you not to question my motive. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never... So you'll... That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? I've been working on something on the side, all right? Something not entirely, It's a little silly, I'll admit. Silly and completely illegal. I'd be forced into early retirement if the board found out. I produce bootleg serials. I can't help myself. Jurisprudence After Hours, or All My Colonists, The New Immortals, romance, tragedy, debt collection. And they're all mine.
That was you? Oh my stars. All My Colonists is just... well, it gave me a story hangover for days, Mr. Udom.
You're a fan? I've never met one in the flesh. I suddenly feel quite naked.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Udom. I don't judge.
The heart wants what it wants, as they say, and mine yearns for the adoration of the masses. Held at a comfortable distance, of course. flatterer. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
Stray too much from the straight and narrow, and one may just find himself assigned pastoral duty in a maximum security penitentiary.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such a dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. Oh, it might surprise you.
Oh, gosh. That's quite a goof, sir. If you don't mind me saying.
I'm very well aware. Now, let's get back to business.
Can we talk?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
In engineering.
Good, we're in.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing sequence. Meals come with everything seen. May this unit dispense. This unit would clarify. There is a dead mechanic in the kitchen. User error in the maintenance of this unit's cutlery engaged several systems at once. The slicer, the grinder, the tender right. This unit behaves precisely as it was. This unit is not. Beginning dispense. All ingested by this unit dispense. This unit is programmed to shock simulation non-function. Shock simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Some condiment made his unit dispense protein.
You look like someone we all...
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. Fresh from the grinder, any hour. Not getting... You know what sprats are? Sprat... Absolutely not. Terra fry... But might... Just as well. Long as... Just as well.
CNP near maple syrup.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. And now for a special word from Chairman Rockwell.
Greetings, hard-working citizens of Halcyon. In these profitable times,
Wish they'd let us off station. Air up here is just recycled spacer parts.
Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the ring.
I'm just in port long enough to get enough.
You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch.
Move along.
Huh?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Still plain purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Nicely done.
What's that? Incoming!
Martez! Open fire!
Can we talk?
Are you listening to me, Emfuru?
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate... You the one flying the Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years... These days, I stick to HQ and look at...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognized... I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the... I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Not... Thank you. I work... Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Very. I like to... Ask. Be seeing...
Sublight for life. Corporations never lifted a finger. What was that? What do you think you're doing? Yeah, all right. I guess you're on the level.
Here they come!
Put him in the dirt!
Can we chat? Look out! Ah! Ah! Got a sec?
Here they come!
You got a minute?
Yankee pancake mix. Now requires no mix.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
This is Halcyon. Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. If you... the more... Don't forget... You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet... Yes, dear. Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from, and ferret out some tasty Shouldn't be too tough. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? You got a good heart, wanting to do this for him. Frankly, I'm tired of Udom's whining. Don't kill me, please. And I'll pay, I swear. The man's been messaging me 4 or 5 times a day. How's a woman supposed to read her new missives when her incoming folder's all cluttered? Suit yourself. Yes, dear. You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in dying horribly. Landing pad on Monarch. You don't need a nav key to access it, so it's got that going for it. But it's also kilometers away from Stellar Bay, and the Monarch Wilds ain't exactly safe. Pick your poison. Marauders, wild beasts, acid lakes, bottomless sinkholes. If you're looking to die, Cascadia's happy to oblige. Might be best to suit your... What do you... That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That... Though for how long, I can't... The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, but it won't work. Go right. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
That's half the reason I make them, my dear. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters. Because that's what the... I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest. Those board folk are real prideful-like. But that's why... Probably. Claim... Anytime, so... It's almost... Anytime, so...
How do you do? Sorry. Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear? Sorry, there's... Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines... What? Huh. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field. She freely admits. Our Chief There's a Of course, most of...
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Got a sec?
Tariff?
C&P Borsworth. It's not the worst unless...
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
For the following story. Remember Auntie...
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Gotta hand it to you, boss. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious, you're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there, I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe